Have NFL general managers legitimately lost their minds? I'm Dylan Hildreth. This is the Dylan Hildreth Show, and we're back with some sports stuff. So make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss anything. So I took a little sabbatical from actually doing sports stuff, and I come back into this jungle of sports, and I find that the New York Giants signed Daniel Jones to a 4-year, $160 million deal. Even sports contracts had him at 26.2 million a year, which is still incredibly insane to me. That is still higher than what I would pay him. Uh, I'm talking 20 million max. He was good for 1 year. That is good for 1 year. And that's because he had Brian Dable. And Brian Dable is a very good coach, we have come to find. And I just don't understand it. The best of Mac Jones, or the best of Daniel Jones that you have seen is right now. He is not going to get better than what he did last year. And it was not a high bar. 15 touchdowns in 17 games, 18 games. They ran a high school style offense because they know Daniel Jones cannot get it done. And if the owner is going to be that dumb to allow that to happen and to promulgate this, and I don't think this was a GM move. This definitely wasn't a Brian Dable move. This was an owner move. And the Giants have become the rich kids up on the hill, and the house is falling apart. The mansion's falling apart. It's been neglected. Everybody they're paying isn't doing what they should be doing. And it is a mess with a few nice pieces. And on top of the craziness, I'm beginning to hear that Florida quarterback Anthony Richardson is going to go top 5. On what planet does he go top 5? He has not shown he has any sort of NFL prowess to be able to get this done. He has not shown it. Not not at Florida. He has accuracy issues. He has that he cannot get the ball there on time. He's an athletic freak, but he is an athlete that just so happens to be a quarterback and not vice versa. Anthony Richardson will be the biggest bust in this draft if he goes top 5. I wouldn't take him. I would not take him first 2 rounds. Wouldn't touch him. He is a multi-year project that you're going to have to let him sit on the bench, learn, and hopefully those accuracy issues get worked out. But again, that comes with having a great coach in a good spot. And the only spot that I can see that happening and actually it all coming together is in Seattle, where you got Pete Carroll. You don't have to start right away because they got Geno Smith. That's the only spot this works. And even then, there's still another quarterback that everybody is pretty much acting like he's poison and nobody wants to touch him because he tore his ACL, and Hendon Hooker, who I think is a top 5 potential pick. And yet everybody's afraid, oh, he tore his ACL. He's never coming back. In the last, what, 10 years, we'll say, How many quarterbacks have we seen torn ACL that is fairly young and bounce back? Joe Burrow, Tom Brady. I think Joe Flacco did. I got, but the fact of the matter is, everyone running away from Hendon Hooker is astounding to me. And I get that the one tough defense he played, he didn't play too well. But you also have to remember Georgia played a style of defense they hadn't shown. They got to the quarterback, they blitzed, they pinned their ears back and went. And that was just something that Georgia kept off film for Tennessee, knowing Tennessee was the biggest dog in the fight up until what would have been Alabama. But at at the point in time, Tennessee was the biggest dog that could fight Georgia, and they purposely the held that out so Tennessee could not dissect it and have a week to prepare for that. I think it was more of that than Hendon Hooker not being good. It was a brilliant move by Kirby Smart. They got outcoached, outplayed. It happens. But Hendon Hooker getting lost in this, it's going to make some smart team very, very happy. Could be Green Bay. Hell, it could be the New York Giants if he falls late enough into late day 2, day 3, and actually put Daniel Jones's feet to the fire. And with that, Hendon Hooker is the biggest steal in this draft right now, with everything I've seen in the mock drafts and the whole 9 yards. Now, we saw the Bears trade that first overall pick to Carolina. I think the smart move is CJ Stroud. But the problem is Carolina gave up the farm, the house, the wife, the kids, and the dog for this pick. And the Bears have set themselves up to have the ability to do whatever they want. They will more than likely have another top 5 pick, whether it's theirs or Carolina's. They could have 2 top 5 picks for that matter. But they now have DJ Moore, who is a tremendous wide receiver. I think will work great with Justin Fields. And Chicago can address wide receiver again in the draft, or go defense, or go offensive line. They got a lot of holes. But this move by Chicago was the second smartest move they have made in the last couple years, behind drafting Justin Fields. And I think Justin Fields can be that top flight quarterback, but my God, you got to give him some sort of help. Matt Eberflus, he is okay, but you got to get an offensive guru. I could be wrong, but I think Matt Eberflus is a D coordinator. And he he is a defensive guy. I just want to double check that. But when you have a quarterback that has this incredible talent that is Justin Fields, give him what he needs. We have seen the up of production with Trevor Lawrence, going from Urban Meyer, who was a walking train wreck, to Doug Peterson, and now he is the next. He is a leader of the next crop of quarterbacks coming in behind Burrow and Mahomes and Josh Allen. and he is the next big thing. Justin Fields can be just that, but you got to get him. You got to get him a good offensive-minded head coach. And the Bears, being the Bears, did not do that. So you're gonna have to find some, and you saw it with Mac Jones or the Patriots. Had a solid rookie year, things were looking great, and then the Patriots, for some reason which somebody should be fired for, decided to have Matt Patricia, the brain dead rocket scientist, run the offense. But now, I suspect going into next year, you're going to see Mac Jones kind of kick it back into gear, start progressing again because of Bill O'Brien. So, those are just kind of my thoughts on the NFL offseason so far. I know the free agency period starting up fairly soon. It'll be interesting, and hopefully, for my Patriots' sake, don't do anything stupid. We'll see you in the next one.